previously.
So in our last session, our intrepid explorers met in a tavern. You all have come via advert or what have you to the tavern and inn called the Dunes. They met Jori, a famous billionaire that none of them have heard of. Oh, excellent. I'm Sir Jori. Welcome.
Oh my god, he's so punchable.
And he led them out into the desert, which was fabulous. And here's the desert. You know, in case you had missed it before. They are off trying to find treasures and gold. Jori gets this kind of serious look once the bartender has stepped away and kind of huddles down towards the table, almost in a conspiratorial manner. And he says, "So, I know that my family's already billionaires, but I think that there's more out here in the desert than what they want us to think." He kind of makes a shifty-eyed glance between the three of you and goes, "I intend to find what it is." Plenty of shenanigans have already happened along the way. Lots of wasted beer.
Lia would like to take the beer that's in front of Jori and kind of discreetly dump it out and put it back in front of him. She thinks he's had enough. I offer the beer that I did not pour out to Tao.
And then I proceed to pour it out. And I say, water only.
A fair bit of mopping.
I toss the bartender some coins for it, however much that is.
He says, "Thanks." And then you notice that he's tossing you something as well. Mid-air, you realize he's thrown you a mop.
I guess I begin mopping.
And, you know, let's not talk about that spider. You notice something a little weird about Jori's tent.
I go to investigate.
What you see covering the entrance to Jori's tent, where typically there would be a flap, you now see a giant spider. Wonder how it got there.
It will forever remain a mystery.
With your host released from the web that mysteriously got there.
I'm gonna take out one of my daggers and just cut him free.
You guys are wrapping up your camp and ready to head out. Since this is only session 2, shall we do a brief character introduction, just a reminder of who's playing who? So first we have Rayne, played by...
Hi, I am Goggles, and I was not prepared for this introduction.
You're welcome.
And I'm playing Rayne, a bright, red-haired, looks like a younger boy who just is trying to do his best to people. Already, he's kind of not really sure about the people he's ended up with, particularly casting glances on over to Tattie's character a lot already.
Hee.
Speaking of Tattie's character, Lia, played by Tattie. What do you have to say?
So, hi everybody, I am Tattie, and my character that I'm playing is Lia, and she is a heavily robed with a face mask where barely just her eyes can be seen. She is wearing a hood that covers the rest of her hair and face, and even gloves and heavy boots. She is smaller in stature, so you assume she is a child or young adult, but other than that, not much is known about her other than she is kind of a no-nonsense, take charge almost type character.
I think in the first session I completely missed the fact that she was like on the shorter side. So now I imagine Rayne's just like, who's this sassy evil child who's following us into the desert?
Yeah, my character is, I believe, like 4'5", 4'3", something like that. She is shorter on the scale of things.
And we also have Tao Ren. Introduce yourself, please.
I am playing Tao, the wild magic sorcerer. So far, his only noticeable features is the red robes he wears, which is belonging to a cult of Zon-Kuthon.
So, as you guys are preparing to get ready, Jori is looking around. By the way, everyone else played by me. Um, so Jory looks around and he's making sure he's got all of his things, and you guys are wrapping up all of that silk that you managed to get into ropes. And Jory looks up and he goes, "What? Who's that?" He points over in the direction that you guys came from, and you see someone walking up.
You see this sort of dark brown wooden robotic being just draped in a brown cloak and some somewhat raggedy clothing and a staff, and they go, "Greetings. My name is Fern. At least I believe that is my name. It is the only name that I know. Oh, I do know one other name." And they pull out this old, like, worn letter and just like takes a brief read of it and looks back up at all of you and just goes, Is one of you a Sir Jori?"
Jorai? Who's that?
Leah says, I believe you mean Jori.
Oh, apologies.
Jory, that's me. Oh, I'm Sir Jory.
Leah
Yes,
is rolling her eyes at Jori.
What brings you here? Young man, sir?
Fern?
Thing? Fern?
I woke up with this letter that told me to come to the desert. And I guess that is where you guys are? Where you are supposed to be? Is this correct?
Rayne just kind of he brings his like hands up to his face and his eyes are kind of wide and he just, oh no, it's cute.
Yeah, Fern is also like 5'10". So
Oh,
That is super tall.
yeah,
You are
especially
tall.
compared to Leah.
Yes.
right. So Jory kind of walks over to you, Fern, and he goes, let me see that letter.
I hand him the letter.
He looks over it for a second and he goes, I that does appear to be the handwriting of my scribe. I must have sent this. Oh, but I can't. Yes, welcome, Fern. Come along, we're headed out.
Fern just looks around, just like, great! I am excited.
My heart.
Leah just slings her backpack on her shoulder and I guess starts walking in the direction we were the previous day.
Rayne just he has this like this sparkle in his eye, like the look that you get when you look at like a really cute cat.
Nice.
Also, Rayne is only 5'5", so you're officially like the tallest person in the party, I think.
I am the shortest.
Yeah, Fern has these glowing orange gemstone eyes. They're sort of dim, but you can see like this light in them that's moving around and acting sort of like pupils. So you can see where they are looking.
Very
Cool.
good. Of note, Jory is also shorter than Fern.
Yes, I have made the giant robot. Mission complete. I win at Pathfinder, guys.
You did it. So, as you guys finish up gathering all of your things, Jory begins kind of walking in the same direction that you guys were initially headed. He probably does his best to kind of catch up with Leah. just because she shouldn't be in. And as you guys walk, you're walking for about another 6 hours or so. So it comes upon midday. While you guys are walking, someone, I don't really care who, someone roll me a D100 to see how your travels go. All right, Rayne appears to have redeemed himself a little as your travel passes without incident.
Oh, thank goodness.
At least I would have been awake to perception it.
Yeah, I also just want to say that, like, while we were walking, I mean, I know that it is just sand all around, but Fern is just like looking around with this like wild excitement. Like, oh boy, an adventure! I've never been on an adventure before.
He is the opposite of Anakin Skywalker. He loves sand.
Oh boy.
But were you going to go to Tashi's station and pick up a power converter?
At the end of your 6-hour journey,
Uneventful journey.
right? Thank goodness. You guys find yourself in the distance seeing a sort of sandstone type structure. It is rising about 30 feet into the air, so it's pretty obvious that it exists at this
Well, Leah straightens her statue to try to seem taller.
point. How's that working out for you?
Not well.
Fair enough.
Do I notice this?
It's a 30-foot statue, yes.
Awesome.
I think you meant, oh wow.
Fern is going to like run straight up to it.
Maybe we should check for traps?
Traps?
Yeah. Can I check for traps?
Sure. Roll me a perception check.
Can I speak under my breath? Right here.
Of note, Fern is like 3 days old.
Oh, click and drag to roll. Oops, sorry. Oh, I did.
Wow. Nat 20!
Okay.
Oh, dang, Tao over there.
How's throwing shade?
Rip.
All the better for me to hide in, I suppose.
So, Leah, there are like levers and things around this structure, but nothing really appears to be trapped on your approach.
Okay.
Also of note, you definitely heard what Tao said.
Leah says it looks like there are no traps here, but there are several levers. And then she kind of side-eyes Tao and raises an eyebrow.
Jori kind of goes, yes, this is where we found that scarab I showed you. It was right outside the door here.
Have you been inside?
Oh, well, about that. No.
Why?
Well, my people, the first group, didn't know how to open it. And that was their task.
Can I see how to open it?
If that was their
Roman.
task, what's our task?
Also to open it.
Oh.
That was Tatty laughing.
Also,
Well,
roll me another perception check.
Okay.
straightforward goals, I guess. Despite Leah's godlike perception check and declaration,
Oh man.
and declaration that there
Ooh.
were no traps, Rayne's still kind of like peeking around the corner, a little unsure.
So, Leah,
Hmm.
you see a bunch of what you can assume are words.
Oh.
And lots of things around these levers that you saw initially, but nothing really sticks out to you as like, a doorknob or something, like an easy
Okay.
way to open the door.
Maybe one of you magic people should take a look.
Can I run like some sort of spellcraft or something on, or does it look like magical at all? Possibly.
Perception or spellcraft, either one.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Sure.
I'll let that go first. And
That works. Rayne, you do not detect magic.
Okay. I can confirm that these words are words.
can
Does anybody know what language it is?
yeah, I was about to ask. What language is it?
What languages do you all speak? And I will tell you who can read it.
I speak Common, Halfling, and Orc.
Oh, that's funny. I speak Common, Sylvan, Celestial, and also Orc.
Speaking
Y'all
to
ready
the
to meet
orc.
some orcs up here?
I speak
Oh,
common.
I hope so.
I speak common, druidic, sylvan, elven, and goblin.
All right. So, interestingly enough, only one person can read this. Rayne. This this appears to be a a slightly older version than you're familiar with, but you can tell that this is celestial.
Dang.
Damn.
So, like, where are the words, like, physically? Are they, like, on this, like, surface? Or are they, like, in an arch? Or
They are on the surface. Kind of, think hieroglyphics.
okay. So Rayne walks up to it, like, looking up and down, and he, like, reaches forward and, like, runs his hand over some of the letters and goes, "This is celestial." Can I ask what it says?
You sure can. When you say celestial, Jory goes, "Oh, celestial. Okay."
Yep, Fern is just over there like rubbing their chin. Celestial. Like just wanting to be in on the action, just like, yes, that makes perfect sense.
So, in a slightly broken type of celestial, what you translate roughly translates to, and no judgment here, y'all, please none. You read, "If enter now you wouldst, put into order now, the numbers right you must, then only will I bow."
I relay that to the best of my celestial common translation to the rest of the party.
Do I see any clue as to what numbers there are? Like around, is there like numbers other than what are on the levers, I guess? Even like around the outside?
So around the outside, you don't notice any like additional levers or anything specifically that say like number. Give me a do either perception or knowledge engine or knowledge dungeoneering. Anyone?
Yeah, I'll do perception.
Nice. All right. So Rayne and Leah, together you kind of put together that these pillars, the kind of outstretched arms of this, there are 4 distinct sections going on here. So the outside of the most southern one, then the inside of the northern one, then the outside of the northern one. You see kind of stories happening on each of these pillars that are distinct.
Interesting.
Okay.
I will draw attention to it, and I'll kind of try to confer with Rayne, since I assume I can tell that they also are seeing the same thing, to see maybe if they can put it together, like what the stories are saying or numbers that they might be.
Is there more script I can read?
There's not really more script, but again, there are murals. So if you tell me which mural you would like to inspect, I will give you a.
Sure. I guess you said there's like one here and then like on the inside and outside of each one?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to bogart everything, but I guess can we just start at the top?
Sure. So at the top, Leah, you see a very distinct picture and a story of 3 men slaying a fire dragon. So you can't tell really colors or anything like that because of its sandstone and there's no color. But you can tell that this is a fire-breathing dragon and 3 men have slain it.
Okay.
I'll investigate my wall next.
All right, the one that you are looking at, Ray, is a chariot that is chasing a dragon. So there's kind of this dragon flying overhead, and there's a single chariot on the ground.
I'm gonna. Oh.
I was just gonna ask if, since Leah and Rayne drew attention to the other ones, can I read the one on the southern inside?
Tell Fern to take a look at it, and then Tao to go on the other side. That way we each can look at one.
Absolutely. So, Fern, your wall is you see a depiction of a chariot being decked out, like they are preparing for war. This chariot is pulled by 4 horses, so it kind of tells you that this is a very important chariot.
And how about on the other side, Tao? What do you see over there?
What do my elf eyes see?
Tao, you see a depiction of the sun and a depiction of the moon. As you're looking across this, you keep seeing the recurring images of the sun and the moon. At some point, though, you see the moon turning into a dragon.
Rayne is gonna kind of as I assume everyone's just kind of like low key talking, explaining what all they've been seeing, and so everything's been shared. Rayne, kind of scratches his chin and goes, "Well, I might have an idea."
Go ahead.
Ideas are good.
Well, I thank you, Fern. I appreciate that so much. I mean, it looks like it's telling this kind of story, but I think we've got for like a number associated with each. 2 for towels, 4 for Fern's, 1 for mine, and 3 for Leah's.
That is what I was thinking too.
How very astute of you guys.
Can I give Fern a high five?
Roll the high five.
Fern just auto fails because that Rayne holds up his hand, and Fern is just looking at it and then just like gives a little wave back.
Oh.
When Fern waves, Rayne just like slowly like pushes his hand forward and like pats Fern's hand.
Is this a form of congratulations?
It is. Yeah, it is.
Yay!
Yay!
It's not the most effective high five you guys have ever given. Well, probably the most effective that Fern has ever given. And it's not the most effective that Rayne has ever given. But it sure did. So,
It's probably the cutest one I've ever seen.
right. So, team, in front of you, you have 4 levers situated across this wall, 2 on either side, and against them, in kind of a radial dial type situation, Rayne, in your celestial language knowledge, you can read numbers.
How handy.
Because numbers don't change that much in language. Thank goodness one of you could read Celestial.
This would have been
Shortest
hilarious.
campaign ever.
Right? Prepare to set off all the traps. Nobody can read. So you see 4 levers in a row. How do you set them up?
Correctly.
No, that's all
We
right.
have solved your puzzle.
My God, she's done it.
Let us in. You can't say no.
I said I did it right, you guys.
So, like, is there a lever in front of each mural?
No, they are situated 2 on either side of the door on those flat parts that you see.
Gotcha.
Like here, 2 here, 2 here.
Ah, I see now. Okay.
Yes.
So, they're like side by side?
Yes.
Okay. So, I don't know if there's another thing to this. If we have to like pull them like immediately one after another, or it doesn't work. So maybe we should all be ready to pull one.
Okay. In Celestial, do you read left to right or right to left?
Left to right? I think it's been a while.
I'm just saying. Depends on the order.
No,
I ask
Celestial, you read bottom to top.
Oh, that's good.
What do you got, Terrence?
Can I ask Jori a question?
Absolutely. He would love to answer questions, particularly if they're about himself.
What languages do you speak, Jori?
Oh, Tao, I speak all of them. Approximately. Several.
Can
See,
you go ahead and list these? languages which you speak?
So many. Of course, I speak the common tongue, as everyone does if they're educated at all. I mean, but I speak it very well. I'm so good at, you know, I think people are just not schooled enough these days. I think that they definitely need more focus on learning language because it's just very important to know how you're speaking. It's just excellent. It's good to know. Um weren't you pulling levers, I think?
I want to point out that me as a player is just kind of dying laughing and holding the bridge of my nose. But Fern is like just like listening so intently. Like, you speak all languages?
Oh
Leah is
Yeah.
just slightly shaking her head. She just can't believe.
Jory hears Fern and goes, "Yes, Fern, I do. I'll teach you someday. I
Wow.
love you. No wonder I invited you."
Alright, so the levers are here?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess Fern will post up at I guess well I guess I'll take lever 2.
Very good. So who all is doing what number? And
I'm doing 4 and I'm gonna do it last.
I've got 1. I'll do it first.
Wait, isn't 2, isn't it supposed to be 2 4 3 1? I mean
Oh.
2 4 1 3.
would you like a reminder as to which mural is where?
Mine was 1?
The one that you were looking at?
Yeah.
That was the 3 men slaying a dragon.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
mine
so
was
you're 3, Leah.
Oh, okay.
yeah, mine that I was looking at down here was uh a decked out chariot being pulled by 4 horses.
Yes.
Okay, well, I have number 4 and then I will go second. Right?
Yeah, it should be 2 4 1 3. So it would be me, Leah, Tao, and then Rayne.
Okay.
So I guess Fern will pull the lever. Pull lever
Then
2.
Leah pulls 4.
Tao pulls 1.
Rayne pulls 3.
As you guys pull the lever, I'm not going to make perception checks for this because it is super obvious. The whole structure begins to shake. And there's almost this earthquake of a massive magnitude.
Is this
Before
good?
you hear Jory in the background going, "Yes, yes, I'm sure. Keep holding the lever." After this, very long, deep rumbling noise, you all hear kind of a ee, and notice that the door has opened.
Oh, thank God.
Leah is gonna say I should check for traps again.
Roll me, everyone, a perception check.
Ruh-roh.
All right.
We are all dead.
Nice.
There we go. Woo!
Well,
All right,
Fern
so
manages to
so
see
shaken.
everything.
right, what do your fern eyes see? Fern and Leah, um, you both hear Jori kind of go, "Oh gods, that actually worked." They did it." In addition to that, you also see that the creak in the door,
Mhm.
it doesn't look super well lit, but it's more lit than you would expect a long abandoned random celestial temple in the middle of the desert to be.
Okay.
Rayne and Tao, neither of you notice this. Y'all are too shook up.
So is this like low level light?
Yeah, low light.
So does dark vision, if one were to have it, would come into play here?
Dark vision, no, because dark
It's
vision it would have to be completely dark.
completely dark. I see.
Yes. Actually, you don't see.
Okay.
What do you all do?
Did I? Oh, I would like to check for traps on the inside.
Alrighty, you are peeking through the door.
Uh,
I'll do it.
Alright, Rayne, are you peeking through the door?
I'm
Yeah,
just
well-
afraid there's some kind of trap that, as you go through the doorway, is what I'm concerned about.
While Leah is deliberating, Rayne kind of bites a bullet and like quickly runs up and pokes his head through the door.
Rayne, roll me a perception check.
God.
It shouldn't have been me.
I'm like reaching for Rayne. I'm trying to reach,
Yeah.
but I'm short, right? So
Oh,
I'm
boy.
trying to reach for him to be like, let me check for traps.
Oh
Rayne,
dear.
nothing happens.
That
little
you
whimper.
see.
Bastard. Uh, what do I see? Anything inside?
You see a hallway.
Gotcha. Do I see that it's lit now?
It is more lit because you had to open the door enough to stick your whole head through.
Fair enough.
But it is. It's kind of glowing. Isn't quite the right word, but it is emanating light somehow. Not super strongly, but there is a faint light emanation.
Leah is gonna kind of hang where she is because she has something in plan for Jory as he walks past.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Fern is just going to stroll right on in.
Rayne, who's like visibly shaking a little bit, just kind of goes, "Congratulations, guys! We made it into the creepy hallway."
Jory goes, indeed, indeed. Let's go inside. Go inside, guys. Go inside. Let's find things.
Yeah, Fern also just like holds up their hand, like just for another like soft high five.
Aww.
Rayne gives you another soft high five, very slow mo.
Yeah, this is how Fern thinks high fives are supposed to be. Just like very like gentle and soft and slow.
Rayne does not have the heart to correct him.
I
So-
love Fern.
Leah is giving Jory the side eye, and as he walks past, I would like to stealthily trip him.
Okay, roll stealth and then roll an attack.
So just a d20, or because it's with my foot?
Wow.
Yeah, do a d20 plus your base attack bonus.
Oh, okay. I don't think I have one. Let's see. Base attack. I think my basic attack is 0, but I don't see it right now, so I'll just do a d20.
Sounds good.
Hey, that's not bad.
Yeah.
So Leah, as Jori walks past, you manage to just slip your foot out there perfectly in time. Like it catches up under his, super pretentious cape that he's wearing. And he doesn't notice it at all. He just falls flat on his face.
As he's falling, I want to say, watch out for that rock.
He stumbles, falls on his face. He gets up, he jumps up, like dusts himself off, and he goes, "Oh my god, there wasn't a single rock in the whole desert anywhere else. Why would it be here?
Leah
That's
goes,
so rude."
I guess that's why we go first, and just heads in.
He goes, "Yes, quite right, quite right."
Fern immediately rushes over to him and like, "Oh dear, are you hurt?"
I shall be fine. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Yes, you are great. Actually, I might have hurt my ankle a little. I think I'll wait out here while you guys go inside. I'll rest up just a little bit so that I can walk back with you.
Leah is just disgusted.
Fern, I know that it's not exactly a heal, but Fern is gonna go, "Here, let me see," and then like touch Jori and use virtue, which grants him 1 temporary HP.
He goes, "Oh, thank you, thank you. I feel great. I'm going to make a rubbing of these uh, murals. Thank you. You've rejuvenated me."
Fern is like ecstatic.
Leah mutters.
He doesn't hear you.
Too busy listening to himself.
Exactly. So, do you all go inside?
I'm inside now, yeah.
Yeah, for now that Fern thinks that Jori is perfectly okay and has his 1 temporary HP, they're gonna go inside as well. I was debating whether or not Fern would actually be gullible enough to burn their 1 use of Cure Light Wounds on that.
Darkness.
Ooh. Darkness. You all see a hallway. It's now pretty obvious, since you are inside, that this the ceiling in here has what looks to be like almost like veins of ore running through it, and these veins of ore are emanating a soft yellow glow.
How high is the ceiling?
Probably about 25 feet. A little bit lower, a little bit smaller than the outside structure,
Jeez.
but overall fairly even.
Like 6 Leahs?
Yeah. You are relatively sure that that's actually how they measured it when they built it initially. You have like 6 Leah's tall.
Leah is now a unit of measurement.
You got your football field for length and Leah for your height.
Exactly. That's absolutely how it works.
Can I cast light?
You can.
What?
What object are you touching?
I have my walking stick.
Very nice. All right, you now have a torch-like walking stick. Everyone can pretty much see normally.
Nice. It's still black. Okay.
Do I see anything unusual or trap-like?
Danger light.
Boy, that's so specific. Would you like to roll a perception check?
I would.
Yeah, let's do
Wow.
that.
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
Oof.
Wow.
Oh no.
Everything looks perfectly fine.
Can
Ruh-roh.
Fern roll a perception check?
Sure.
on the basis that Fern is looking at everything already.
Absolutely.
Because again, as we have established, Fern is just excited by everything.
He's so hyped.
Dang.
Yeah, I think that my perception bonus is just like a fraction down from Leah's. So
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So you see Fern. Mostly everything looks pretty okay. There's a weird kind of inequality in the floor right about
Because I didn't see anything.
Fern is
here.
oh. Fern points out, "What's that?"
What? As
And
I go to
points
take
out
another step.
points out the inequality in the floor, kind of bringing it to everyone else's attention.
Just say there's an inequality in the floor.
Uh-oh.
This floor is experiencing class disparity.
The floor is flaccid.
Oh no. Leah slips in a Viagra.
I don't know, but I feel like maybe I should be insulted. I'm not sure.
Can I perceive the inequality?
Yes. After he points it out, everyone can see.
Are we stepping on it, or is it the yellow line?
It is the yellow line. There is an inequality. There's a slight raise in the floor there.
I can confirm that there's inequality.
Boy, it sure doesn't look equal.
Boy, that floor.
Okay, Leah, you can tell now that you are inspecting this inequality that this appears to be some sort of pressure plate.
How big is it? Is it just like this thin strip, or is it like a whole movement?
It would be about half of the next square.
So we could step over it, essentially? I mean, I don't know if I can. I'm tiny.
It might be a jump for some of you, but Fern could step over it. Yes.
So Leah's gonna say, it looks to be a pressure plate. Do I see anything that it could would react to it or no? Or like, could I disable it?
Are you looking down or are you looking all around?
I'm just kind of looking everywhere.
Okay. You see that there also appears to be an inequality in the ceiling. There's something weird in the ceiling above this pressure plate.
Okay. I'm gonna say, let's step over it. It looks to be a trap from the ceiling.
Tao, with your knowledge engineering, you can confirm that this pressure plate absolutely opens some kind of trap door in the ceiling.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell everybody to stand back, and I'm gonna try to step over it. I have short legs though, so if I miss, then I'm dead.
Fern takes a half step back, so they're like basically still in the square.
You know what, Leah? Roll me an acrobatics check.
I was afraid you were gonna do that.
I will also accept survival. Oh, well, that's good enough. You make it over.
Oh boy.
Okay.
A survival check to see if you survive.
Failing both of those, a reflex save.
I'm gonna cautiously move forward.
Very good. Leah, you make it over. Nobody else has stepped over.
I'll go. I'm gonna get a running start.
I'm gonna try to be like stealthily in the shadows, because if I turn this corner, Tao's light is not here.
Precisely.
Stealthing.
She can see in the dark, right? Or how dark is this?
It would be considered low light because of the glowing.
Okay.
Rayne, with your running start, you totally make it over super easy.
Woo!
Is anyone else super short?
No.
Okay, you guys can step over just fine.
Fern just moves over.
I'll move to. Is this a wall on the diagonal?
Yes.
Fern
I'll
like
move up here.
Fern like takes a small hop over just because that they saw Rayne and Leah do it.
Nice. Well done.
Oh.
Rayne gives a slow 5. Rayne just thinks it's their thing now.
Again,
By the
Fern
way-
just thinks that's exactly how high fives are supposed to be.
Amazing. Blue are walls, by the way, and red is doors.
Okay.
And yellow is inequalities.
Exactly.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, so you round this corner, almost, and you see a door across the way. It is a fairly ornate door. For more information, though, you will have to give me a perception.
Oops, sorry.
Alright. Fern is making that perception.
So's Rayne.
Perception.
Now somebody needs to roll a 10 so that we have the perfect match.
Dang.
Or a 4, I guess. I don't even think anybody else is capable of getting a 4 on perception. I just want you to
Thank
know
you.
that.
I'm
You're welcome.
not.
Yeah, I can't roll super low.
So, Rayne and Tao, this is a super pretty door. It's super cool. It's There's no doorknob though, so that's a little weird. But
Bad door
other than that,
design.
super pretty, right? Right.
These guys didn't like doorknobs.
Fern and Leah, on the other hand, it is still a super pretty door. However, there does appear to be some functionality to it, not just as a door, but as a lock. You notice that there is an indentation in the door, kind of in the shape of for let's the same the same sun motif that was on the out. So while Tao was the one who looked at that and he got a 9, so he's not noticing that it's the same. It is the same as the sun mural out.
So Fern wouldn't know because he wasn't here during then, but Tao showed Leah the cult sign on the scarab, right? Last session.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
so.
Is Jori in with us yet?
He is not.
Okay, well, one of us
Yeah.
should probably tell him about the pressure plate when he comes in.
How about the one who tripped him?
When the pressure
Nobody
plate
saw
goes off,
that.
we'll know he's coming.
And that's Fern's job. Fern immediately takes up that mantle to go and warn Jori of the pressure plate.
Leah is gonna tell Tao, she's gonna point to the cult symbol. She's like, isn't this the same symbol that was on that scarab?
Can I make a check? I guess.
I'm not gonna
You're
make
wrong.
you make a check for that.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks pretty similar, if not exactly the
I.
Okay. So the scarab maybe unlocks this door?
It would seem so.
Make a knowledge engineering or knowledge dungeoneering check. One of you two who's speaking to each other and saw this.
And knowledge engine. Skill.
Oh, that's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be.
All right, Tao. You look at this indentation in the door and you kind of try and remember the scarab, and it seems like the scarab is probably too small.
Okay.
What are you guys looking at?
Oh, it's that cult symbol, the same cult symbol that was on the scarab. Look over here.
Huh? I feel like I've seen the scarab before.
Rayne was just looking at a pile of dirt in the corner, just
Looking at a rock.
wow.
Sorry, I zoned out.
It's
What are
so
we talking
sandy.
Where am I? It appears the symbol is the same as the cult symbol from earlier, but it's not the right size.
Do I look around and see anything that maybe is the right size? Whoa.
You do see a rock around here that appears to be about the same size, but it is
no.
definitely not the same shape.
Okay.
I'm gonna go stare at this door instead.
Okay.
Oh gee, the right answer.
Remember when I said red is doors, guys? Red is doors.
Join me, door friend.
Door friend's gonna
Alright.
inspect this door.
Yeah.
Alrighty, give me a perception check and tell me how you're inspecting.
I'm looking for symbols, maybe even a legendary like doorknob.
Oh, fancy.
Legendary
And-
doorknob.
Fern is just like looking at it, like Fern has no real idea of what they're supposed to do, and is just like looking for anything that might be different or suspicious or intriguing.
These are all good words.
Leah's gonna kind of keep an eye out for Jori.
Alrighty. Fern, perception check, please.
Oh, I rolled it. Hit
Oh,
a
did you?
19.
Oh, fancy.
Oh,
I wonder why it didn't show up.
yeah, I only see Rayne's.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I got the roll on my end. It's not hidden.
Okay.
I see
I
a
believe
19
you.
like 11 minutes ago.
Look, he's rolling off his past glories, okay? Literally. Okay, so Rayne, this door actually looks like a door. Like there's a doorknob and everything. This particular door is kind of odd though, based on the other doors you've seen in this area. You know,
Well,
all
yeah.
two of them.
Well, yeah, for starters, it has a doorknob.
Right, super weird. It's also made of wood instead of stone.
That's what I'm made out of.
Oh,
That's me.
this this door is made of flesh.
That's not the direction I expected that to take.
That's not what I'm made out of.
Gotta open the flesh door.
This door is your friend. Does the door open?
This door might have been your parent.
Aw, wow.
Anyway, sorry, that got dark.
Don't listen to the omniscient being. Fern.
The walls are speaking.
Not Morgan Freeman, they don't know.
Right? Is anyone trying to open the door? Me. All right, the door opens.
I open it gladly.
And with haste?
Yeah.
Okay. So, when you open this door, pause as I remember how layers.
As you're remembering how layers work, I do not see Jori still.
Correct.
Okay.
Shaman.
Oh, yeah, did like Fern was gonna like run out there and just Fern was just gonna like run out there, warn him that there's a pressure plate, and then just run back, like not explain where it was, just be like, there's a pressure plate, and then just like run back in, just to join the others.
Oh, so you did go all the way out and tell him?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm over here. I'm
Again, Fern
Not worried.
Fern did not say at all where it was, just
yeah,
because.
but I can't hear that. If you said you warned him, you warned him.
So, as you push this door open, swiftly and with gusto, you see two kobolds who just immediately turn and look.
Greetings! My name is Fern.
I slowly close the door as Fern is talking.
I see.
Rayne kind of slowly turns around to the group, eyes a little vacant. His hands just like clasped like calmly in front of his face, and he goes, "So."
I believe we have a fight on our hands. Leah pulls out her axe and kind of grins.
Are those not friends?
That depends.
Probably not.
Probably not. We could always, try talking, I think. Does anyone speak Lizard Man?
No.
Do they happen to speak Goblin?
You can start shouting at them in Goblin.
Do you shout at them in Goblin?
I shout, "Greetings, friends!" in Goblin.
Perception.
Alright. Here we go again.
I saw
sweet
that one.
Jesus.
Yeah, boy.
You hear various amounts of hurried chittering from behind the door. None of it you understand.
I hear chittering. It sounds strange. And very uncomfortable.
How bright was it inside that other area? The same light as in here?
Through the brief glance that you got to see, it does appear that there was torchlight in there. So, no.
Leah is gonna take this time to step behind Fern so that she gets a bonus to stealth.
Yes.
Gonna use Fern as camouflage.
Literally hiding behind a tree.
Nice. The tree is aware of your presence. It will alert the guard. Rayne's just kind of gonna like wait a second and then like slowly open the door again, just like enough for just like one eye to like peek through.
Okay.
Get yourself shot in the eye, kid.
You'll shoot your eye out.
When you open the door again, you see the kobolds. They have flipped the table, which I did not find a token for, so just imagine it. And they are hiding behind it.
So,
They
are the
do not
kobolds-
notice you opening the door.
Okay, can they see over the turned table?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Rayne turns to the rest of the group and goes, "Aw, they're hiding."
Me too.
Yeah, Fern does have like actual moss for hair, so they do actually have leaf hair. So yeah, they are actually just a walking tree
Nice.
that Leah is hiding behind.
Mobile
That's so
cover.
cute.
Okay, well, there's not really any way for me to sneak in there, I guess. But I suggest that we fight them. If nobody speaks their language.
Fight?
Kobolds are
But why?
filthy.
I mean, we could just try to sneak past if they're not being confrontational.
Okay, I'm all about that.
I too agree with that.
There might be some other door, some way in there that we can keep moving on.
What is this yellow thing? Can we tell from here?
Roll me a perception. Anyone who looked through the.
I apologize in advance.
It's only open just a little bit, right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to cancel my roll now that I clicked and dragged, so just disregard this.
Fair enough.
You see a door.
I see Fern's wood.
Whoa.
Lotsy hair.
Okay.
Fern-
Anyway, moving on.
to be fair,
Fern.
to be fair, Fern is actually just a genderless automaton. So
There you go. There you go. Fern, you have not been alive for very long,
no, I
but
have
you're
not.
you're relatively sure that this looks like the jankiest chest you've ever seen in your life.
And I love it.
So is that room a
It's
dead end? I'm gonna ask people at the front through the peephole. Does the room go anywhere?
Well, I don't see any red lines.
Okay, so
Accurate.
is there anything of worth in there, or can we just try to open this other door then?
perhaps the key mechanism is inside that chest on the far side of the room.
I think I'm the stealthiest of us all. I can try to sneak past them if you don't want to fight.
This is tedious monkey work.
Dang.
Shit,
Tao
son.
does not care. Okay, well, Leah's gonna try to stealth in and get to the chest.
All right. So, are you opening the door?
Enough to slip through, I guess.
Toss me.
Roll me
What's
over
your
on the
AC?
Oh boy. It is
Uh-oh.
I want
15.
Okay. As you open the door, and as I find my D6,
Oh boy.
It's not a good sign.
immediately, 2 rocks are hurled in your direction. One of them slams into the door. Slams might be a little aggressive for how it happened, but it hit. One of them hits you for
Sweet.
1 damage.
Damn.
Fern is going to touch Leah with their left hand, which actually only has 3 fingers, fingers and a thumb, and is covered in these like druidic carvings all up their arm to their shoulder with this just green glow, and just going to touch Leah and cast Virtue again.
Nice.
So
You now have. Go ahead.
no, I was just going to throw that out there. So yeah.
Very nice. So you now have 1 temporary hit point and -1 damage. And everyone, roll for initiative.
I was kidding. They're not friendly.
I was trying to quickly cast that Virtue before you
Leah
went through the door.
rubs her hand on where the rock hit, and she said, "Not friendly, but not powerful."
Where's initiative? I got it. Rip me. I wonder why it's not the same as yours.
Excuse me.
Second top.
I think it's your dex gives you extra, so I rolled a d20
Yeah.
plus 4. So if you don't have a dex mod, you'll just be a d20.
I don't have.
Okay.
Okay. But I don't have like the modifier.
Oh.
It's the tiebreaker.
Yeah,
Maybe I just rolled a 0. Right, never mind. Okay. Never mind.
yeah,
That's
it says like you just rolled a 0 tiebreaker.
Yeah.
I think the tiebreaker actually is your dex mod.
I think that the tiebreaker is just a randomized number just to as a tiebreaker. So it's just like random about so that one person has, in case you get the same exact number, one person has just slightly more.
What is the distance of 1 square? Is that 5 meters?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gotcha. Because I'm over here.
Alrighty, Leah. You start the turn order.
Okay, well, I'm gonna step inside, I guess. And actually, I'm gonna go like right here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot at this first one.
Okay.
Groot. Got Groot and Rocket Raccoon back here.
Yeah, can you shapeshift into an actual raccoon and just like climb up onto my shoulder?
Why do you think I could be a raccoon?
I don't know.
You don't know me.
Mr. like suddenly Fox.
Alright, so that's an 18. That does hit.
Woo!
We're not talking about that right now.
So I do 8 damage to that little sucker right there.
So with that 8 damage, Leah, finish him.
Hey. So I pull back on my arrow. And then I was like, you shouldn't have done that. And then I let loose the arrow and it like goes in one ear and just out the other.
Wow.
Ripperonis.
Man,
Alright.
it's almost like what you say just goes in one ear and out the other.
And
Right.
then can I just point at the other one as a free action? Is that okay? And like look at it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Roll an intimidate check.
Nice.
Intimidating.
You sure are.
This tiny little kid with her toy bow and arrow.
The remaining kobold hisses at you, but you can kind of hear his voice trembling a little bit, and he looks a little shorter than he did at first.
Nice.
Now it looks about like Leah's height.
Exactly.
Right.
You can see him eye to eye now.
Nice.
Rayne, it is your turn.
All right. 1 second.
Oh.
All right. Bless you.
Bless you, rapid fire.
Thank you. Sorry about that. I tried to get the mute time.
All right.
Oh boy. I love it when the measurements come out.
Right?
So that's 35 feet. All right. I'm right after the last words out of my mouth where we're not going to talk about the fox thing. I'm going to turn into a fox. And in fox form, I have a speed of 40 feet.
Dang. Vroom.
Do a double take.
Fox boy.
I do a double take.
So I'm going to dash over here as a fox, and I'm going to roll a touch attack
Oh.
Okay.
to inflict light wounds.
Oh, dear.
Interesting.
Also, Fern is just like so excited. Like, you can turn into animals?
Can't talk. I'm a fox.
Just like give a little foxy nod.
Squeak.
I think I have exactly 0 attack modifiers.
Okay.
So it's just a straight D20.
Good luck. May the
Oh,
odds
boy.
be in your favor.
Oh.
Oh, well,
So Rayne,
the thought was there. And in this case, did not count.
There was an attempt.
you turn into a fox. You run on up there. You reach out your tiny little paw, and then you realize you totally miscalculated, and your arm is not as long as it usually is.
Tell me the kobold high fives him.
Fern is like just like ready to go over there. Yeah, Fern just like gives a tiny little wave.
Rayne, what is your touch AC?
14? No, right now it's 16.
Oh goodness.
Uh-oh.
All of my AC is dex.
Uh-oh.
The
I
the
don't like
kobold leans over and like shuffles your hair. You think
Aw.
You take 2 points of hair shuffle damage.
Hair damage.
I attempt to resist purring, but I can't.
you fail.
Crit fail.
Fern, it's your turn.
All
It's
right.
Fern's turn.
Hey,
Dun, dun.
Fern is going to take a step into the room and point at the other kobold and just go, "Throwing rocks is not very nice." And then they're going to pull out their sling. And
Nice.
And throw rocks?
yeah. Actually no, they're going to throw sling bullets. So, I have this set up.
Oh, bullets.
All right, Fern, you sling that bullet towards that kobold, and you hit.
Yay, for 4 damage.
You deal 4 damage to this poor little kobold, and it is having a bad day. Like, it looks right fucked up.
Had a bad day.
It is now the kobold's turn.
Uh-oh.
It is super not hype that you just told it off and then threw bullets at it. So it is going to attack Fern. It's also thinks, Rayne is really cute and Leah's intimidating. So, you're the next best thing, you giant tree.
Throw rocks at a tree, as you do.
Right. What is your AC?
My AC is 14.
Okay, it totally misses. It tries to just hurl this rock at you, but it can't determine whether or not it needs to be afraid of Leah or it should be petting the fox, and it's just not sure, and it totally misses you.
I mean, like, I do have, like, actual physical bark plating on me that just, like, it's just like, okay.
Minor detail. It rolled a 2. It had nothing. It is going to back up a step and kind of, apparently cower under the terrible chest. But imagine it's just like squished against the chest at this. And that makes it Tao's turn.
I skip my turn. Can I?
Sure.
You can like hold it until something happens, so that
Sure. Yeah. So I think I'm a bit far.
Fair enough.
I'll walk to the door. How about that?
That works. That works.
How about that?
Tao walks to the door and holds his turn, and Leah, it's back to you.
All right, I'm gonna walk over this way, kind of like, I don't know, sauntering, so to speak, giving this kobold the
puffed
death
out.
stare. And as I do, I pull out my axe,
And then I pull out my gun.
and I'm gonna try to hit it with my axe here.
Alrighty. Take a roll.
My hand in the
Dang.
closet.
Tied in the chest, not the closet.
Dang.
So you make a valiant attempt at swinging at this poor kobold, and instead you just kind of hack off a piece of the chest.
I'll allow it.
Fair enough.
I'll allow it.
She points her axe at the kobold, then she like brings it menacingly across her own throat, like not obviously chopping off my own throat, but you know,
Cutting
in the
your own
like
throat.
you're dead motion.
You gotta roll.
Roll into their intimidate check.
Roll to see if
And
you don't cut yourself.
I do get +1 for this one because I'm holding my axe, so add just
Nice.
1 to whatever this is.
You have it already set that way.
No, I don't have it added,
Oh,
so it's 22.
okay.
The kobold at first looks like it's gonna say something snarky. It gets like this look on its face, and then it just like you make that motion and it totally like pushes itself deeper into the chest, like flat.
Okay, that's it for me.
Rayne, what are you gonna do?
Leah, intimidator of kobolds.
Kobold Slayer. Kobold Bane.
Nice. Um. Hmm. I'm going to try to bite him.
Okay.
Take a bite out of crime.
Literally.
Assuming I set this up real fast, accurately.
Hmm.
Ooh. Natural 20. I got
Wow.
a 19.
Hell yeah.
How did you get a 19 on a nat 20?
When I'm tiny, my strength goes down.
Oh,
Aww.
oh no. You did 0 crit damage.
Because he didn't confirm the crit, so.
My bite deals 1d3 minus 1 damage.
Oh boy!
No.
Uh-oh.
So, Rayne, you walk up to this kobold. It is shrinking against his chest so hard because Leah's just freaking terrifying. And it looks at you and initially kind of like looks like it starts to calm down for a second. And then it sees you open your mouth and lean in for a bite, and you bite it. As somehow in broken common, you can hear it say, "Why would you eat me? You don't know where I've been." Rayne, you deal 1 damage with your bite. Finish it.
Oh no! Oh no, I didn't expect this.
A monster. Foul beast.
Alright. Oh jeez, oh no, I was trying to kill him. How can a tiny bite even be lethal? I can't even think of anything.
Death
Just-
of 1,000 cuts.
Be shocked that you killed him, since you
Septic.
are.
He died of septic shock.
The world's slowest bacterial infection from your mouth.
he was like, you don't know where I've been, and it's just like, well, you don't know where his teeth have been. He doesn't
That's
know
fair,
where
I
your
guess.
teeth have been.
It's just gonna be like, just like growls at him. He's just like he's gonna try to say something like that makes himself sound cool, but he also doesn't like. So he's just like, you don't know that I almost helped killing a giant spider, and like bites him.
Almost help.
Just like on the hand, and just like this tiny fox was this kobold's only ray of hope in this dismal world, and the kobold just dies of a broken heart.
Congratulations, guys. You've cleared this room.
But at what cost?
All of it.
Everything.
What did it cost?
Kobold friends.
I like how we had like one just like sniped straight through the brain, and the other just like lightly bit on the hand and just like dies of the emotional trauma.
Dies of heartbreak.
We've got all spectrums here.
So perfect. All right, what do you guys do?
I'm gonna look around the room and see if there's anything of worth, including on the kobolds, that's not in the chest.
Fair enough.
Actually, sorry. I'm
Okay.
gonna see. Nah, that's what I do. That's what I do.
Going once.
That's what I do. Sorry.
Okay.
I was gonna say that because Leah would check for traps, but you said the chest is like haphazard.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wouldn't. She wouldn't take that seriously.
Fair enough.
And then you open the chest and it explodes.
It might, but Leah would not be expecting
Cone
that.
of gold. So you look around the room. I'm not gonna make you roll a perception check for this because there's really not much. You see the table. There are some mugs and forks kind of thrown around. Looks like maybe they tossed them off the table when they, turn the table over.
Mm-hmm.
No silverware because they're kobolds. There is you find 2 slingshots. One of them with the broken condition, and the other one is just normal. And not really much else. You find some rocks, and then again, just kind of dish.
Can I take a slingshot?
Sure.
You have
I'm
gained
going to
one
revert to
slingshot.
my original form, and I'm gonna eat a ration to get the taste of kobold out of my mouth.
Delicious.
Yeah, Fern is just looking at the dead kobolds and looking around like you guys aren't going to eat them. Fern, so being of like sort of the wild, Fern is a bit more on like natural side, and that the idea that like what you kill is what you eat, but Fern also doesn't need to eat.
Rayne, as he's in the middle of eating his ration, which is probably ironically just like jerky, he goes, "I don't eat junk food."
Nice.
As I was drinking.
Does anyone care for kobold stew?
Yep. Fern is going to collect is going to see like what they can sort of harvest off, because they will still not take no, we aren't going to eat this thing for an answer.
You harvest several kobold drumsticks.
Leah opens the chest.
We should
Kobold
at least
nuggets.
Probably cook those first.
They're raw.
Correct.
So in the chest, you see a couple more slingshots, a couple more dishes, and you see kind of almost like a potato sack, at the bottom of this chest, under thing.
Potatoes.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Yes.
They'll go great with the kobold drumsticks.
That'll probably make the
Potato.
kobold taste decent.
Leah is
Potato.
gonna grab the slingshots and hand them to Fern and say, you might want these, I guess.
Is a slingshot better than an actual sling?
I don't think so. But I don't know that for sure off the top of my head, actually.
These
Something
are wood.
to
You take it.
You like wood, right?
Well, after she hands them to Fern, she's gonna reach in for the potato sack and open it.
Okay. In the potato sack, you see the same glowing ore that is on the ceiling. However, instead of it being a vein, it is a solid, stone-sized sun.
I think we found our key, friends. Can I lift it? Probably not, huh? I don't even try to lift it. I say somebody bigger than me should probably lift this and step back.
How big is it?
It is probably about 5 pounds.
I'll take it.
Probably too big for me. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you can just wield your giant axe that with like 10-foot reach, but you can't lift this 5-pound sun.
It's so
5
pretty.
Know me?
So as you touch the sun itself, you know, the sunstone, question mark?
You suddenly evolve.
Right. You become the sun. No. You notice that it seems to shine just a little brighter with your touch.
If it
Brighten in its
wasn't
day.
necessary to progress in the dungeon, I'd keep this.
But alas, it is.
I'm gonna go and put it in the door.
Everyone roll me a perception.
Oh
Ruh-roh,
boy.
Raggy.
This is probably fine. I'm sure nothing tragic will happen.
Perception. No perception.
Well, nice knowing you, Tao.
Oh boy.
You wanted to re-roll anyway, right?
Fern, we appear to be having just a little bit of trouble with roll 20. Did you roll?
Oh yeah, I rolled a 21.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up, but
Super weird. Anyway, so with a 21 and a 17, Leah, you and Fern hear a
oh boy.
loud noise followed by something to the effect of, "Oh God! Oh there! Oh, it's in my mouth! Oh!"
I warned him about the pressure plate. Should I have told him where it was?
Did you? Oh well.
Leah tries her best at the last sentence to contain a laugh.
Maybe should is a little bit of a strong word, but
Oh dear.
I peek around the corner and just, can I ascertain if he's okay?
Yes. He appears to be all right. He appears to be buried in sand, though.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I just go back to the door. I don't care.
For
If he's fine, we're fine.
Fern is going to go over and start digging him out, just going, apologies, apologies.
I'll say,
Jori
"Put the
just
key-"
goes. Jori goes, "Oh yes, yes, I was testing the pressure plate. Yes, it works."
This is
Leah's
good to
gonna-
know.
Leah's gonna tell Rayne that Jori is fine if you want to go ahead and put the key in the door.
I'll wait for Fern.
Oh,
Oh, he loves
It-
Fern.
Yeah.
yeah.
It probably takes 3 minutes or so to get him fully dug out.
Alright.
He
What-
would have had significant trouble on his own, though.
It's just this whole campaign is just gonna be like silently giggling at every mild inconvenience Joey walks into.
Right.
And then Fern going over and sincerely trying to help.
Yes. All right. Once everyone's back, I put the sun in the door.
The sun with its bright glow, as you put it into the door, releases an even brighter flash before fading away, as the glowing ore extends into crevices in the door, and it creaks open in the middle.
The door has
Right.
an inequality.
You'll never live it down.
I've created the greatest
Leah
game.
peeks through the, I guess, the crack in the door.
Correct.
Through the crack in the door, you see
There you go, Rayne. Some more red lines.
I see a red line.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
you see 3 kobolds.
Do they see me? Oh.
They do not see you.
Mhm.
Even though the door just flashed open, they are completely unaware.
Is it possible for me to shoot an arrow through this crack?
Yes.
Can I see this one?
You'll take a
Face
-4.
the way it is? Okay.
Yes, you can.
Okay. I'm gonna try to shoot this one with an arrow.
Do you share this knowledge?
Oh yeah,
Of
I'm
the
gonna
kobolds?
say there's 3 kobolds. I'm gonna try to shoot one.
Fern is just gonna whisper, "Are these more not friends?"
I think so. I could I could try something.
So you want me to not shoot the arrow?
DM question.
Mhm.
Would she be able to like hold an arrow attack and then we act in a surprise round or something? Or can we or is only one person allowed to act?
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
As long as it's swift.
Okay. Cuz I mean I'm just going to like run in and cast a spell.
Okay.
Is that
Yeah,
sufficient enough?
I'll allow it.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to fox form. And I gotta look up a spell shape real fast to remember.
Okay.
Okay, while you're doing that really quick, I just need to grab something from outside of this room, so I will be right back.
Deal.
These kobolds are all facing the way that you have them facing, right? So I could see that they were 3 and they were looking at us. I mean,
Yes.
essentially. Okay.
Yeah. Generally facing the door.
Yeah. They don't are not very observant, but facing the
Yeah.
door. Got it.
Cobbles.
All right. Do we want to wait for him to get back?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much damage does a sling do?
1d3.
Okay. Guess I just pick up some rocks from the floor from the other room.
Sure.
I don't know if I did that. Unsure.
I'll allow it. There's rocks around. Unlike
Certainly
the sand outside, there is rocks in here. There are rocks.
Certainly. There's so much to keep a great sorcerer such as myself busy here.
Right.
A rock! How fascinating.
Quick question while we're waiting for Finnen. Do my arrows, like the one that went through that kobold skull, like I can't recover it, right? Like it's probably crashed on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Really
wasn't
in
sure
there?
how arrows work. Yeah.
Really deep in there.
I will say I'm not going to be too stingy on things like ammo and stuff like that if it's just normal ammo. If you have any sort of special ammo, though, you'll need to keep track of.
Okay. I did buy some regular ammo and like a quiver and stuff to hold it in, so I'll keep track of it for the point of the ones that I have or whatever, but
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Since I already spent.
I have some like groaning bullets that like basically whistle as they go through the air as like a distraction bullet.
Ooh, that's cool.
That's super fancy, and yeah, you'll definitely have to keep track of those ones.
Especially since I only have like 10.
Yeah.
All right. Is everyone back?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So
I'm going to go fox form, dash right through the door, and I will hiss at them, and then cast Burning Hands.
Ah. Okay.
well,
What is burning hands? Explain for the group.
A cone of searing flame shoots from your fingertips, or paws in this case.
Ah.
Any creature in the area of the flames takes 1d4 points of fire damage per caster level, max 5d4. Flammable materials burn if the flames touch them. A character can extinguish burning items as a full round action.
Rayne turned into Firefox.
Is it 15 feet starting from you or starting from the square in front of you?
So it includes the one square and then a 15-foot wide for the next two squares. So it hits the two kobolds in front, but not the one in back.
Okay, fair enough. And how much damage? Let's see. Oh, they have to do a reflex.
Reflex to have DC 15.
Okay, so the one on the northern part of the map, the upper part, he passes. The one on the bottom does not.
Max damage!
Nice! Alrighty, so the top one takes 2, and the bottom one takes 4. The bottom one is looking real sad.
Suddenly
That's
fire.
the one I was gonna shoot.
Real sad.
Alright, I will need you to pick a kobold and shoot.
Can I see this one? Not really, right? Because it's just like a crack in the door, right?
Yeah, he was super small when he went through the door.
Yeah, this is the only one I can see, right?
Yep.
Okay, well that's the one I'm gonna shoot at then. And then do I just roll like normal and then we subtract 4?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So 14.
Alrighty, that is going to hit.
So I do 5 damage because I rolled a 1.
Tatty. Finish him.
Nice.
5 is still chunky for min damage.
I'm going to when I shoot off the arrow, it's gonna like wherever the fire is, it's just gonna poke right on where the fireball was and stay there.
Nice. Alrighty. Everyone, roll for initiative.
All right.
Initiative.
How long does that temporary HP last?
Oh,
I'm only asking because technically when it's gone, I'm at 7 life.
duration 1 minute.
Okay.
Probably
so
gone.
it is gone.
Aw.
Probably done.
Okay. Just making sure where I'm at here.
The good news is that it is one of my cantrips that I can cast as many times that I want. So I can cast it again.
Okay. Yeah. It's no big deal. I just wanted to be aware of where my life was.
Okay. And the kobolds get to respond.
Dun dun dun.
And by that I mean they rolled the highest.
Dang.
So, the door is still pretty much closed. So, these kobolds are all going to attack the one thing they can see, which is
A fox.
Oh no.
oh no indeed.
I immediately regret this decision.
Regret.
So, this guy here runs up to you and attacks you with his spear.
Mm.
Rayne, he hits you.
Oh no.
What's your health?
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
It's always start. My AC was high too. I have 8 health.
Okay. Rayne, he comes up and he freaking stabs down at you into the ground.
Oh. Oh
He
no.
crit you
Oh no.
So you're a Shishka Fox?
for 7 damage.
Oh.
Spaghetti.
I'm at 1 life.
This guy moves to the side and tries to attack you with a sling.
What a jerk. You're down. He's down.
Uh-oh.
Leave him alone.
He's too young to die.
He is not nearly as lucky, and he totally misses you. And with that, it is Leah's turn.
Okay.
If I can only make a request, is give me a space to get right up against
was that?
Rayne.
Can
What was that?
I?
You cut out a little.
Oh, if I could just make a request, give me a space to get right up against Rayne. Next turn, and my turn.
I think I got enough.
To give
Context.
him space to get to you, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Aha.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Okay, can I fling the door open?
Sure.
Okay, I fling the door open. And I guess I'm gonna shoot at this one. Actually, I'm gonna step down here.
Okay.
And then shoot at this one.
Okay.
Ooh, wow.
Jeez.
19.
Beautiful. All right. So, Leah, you in righteous anger shoot straight at this armored kobold.
Ooh.
You manage to find a gap in his armor. And you deal 10 damage to him. He is looking pretty sad about that, but he is still up.
Okay. Is Rayne unconscious or?
Rayne is not unconscious. Rayne is at 1 HP.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
I'm so close.
Thank goodness
Okay.
kobolds don't have a lot of strength, and thus they get a -1. Because he
Whew.
definitely rolled 9 damage.
Yikes.
So the -1 and the 2 crits. You got to 7.
Okay.
Anyway, continue.
Okay. I think that's gonna end my turn because I don't think I can do anything else that would make any difference.
Fair enough. Fern, it is your turn.
All right.
Turn.
Fern is definitely going to run over to Rayne, and Fern is going to cast Cure Light Wounds.
Yay!
Meh.
Very
1d8
nice.
+ 1. Yay.
All right. So, I believe that was 3.
Want me to roll it?
Um,
'Cause I don't think those things actually roll the spell
Yeah.
effect.
Yeah.
yeah. So, yep, 1d8 + 1.
Ooh.
There we go.
I am back up to max health.
Yeah, Fern just touches him with their, again, like 4-fingered druidic arm and casts Cure Light Wounds.
Rayne is on a roller coaster of health emotion.
Right.
The psychological damage is unknown, but
Oh,
Right.
physically
So
they're
sad.
fine.
And
Pure
I
light
get poked by it.
psychosis.
I got poked by a tree and now I'm happy.
One wooden thing was bad. The other thing was good.
One
I'm
in the
so
front and one in the
conflicted.
back.
Alrighty, is that your turn, Fern?
Yeah. That's all I got.
Rayne, back to you.
All right. I'm so when Rayne gets healed, he like pops up and gives a very happy little squeak to Fern. And then that's not the right tab. I'm going to cast Cloak of Darkness.
Oh.
What is that?
That is my Dark Tapestry Oracle ability. It gives me a +4 AC bonus.
Okay.
All right.
Rayne ain't fucking around.
Right?
So
Cloak of darkness.
It probably would have looked really epic on like a normal person, but it just looks like I get this little like blanket of darkness on a little fox, and it just kind of looks cute.
Aw.
But then I'm going to like I'm back up. I'm at full health again. I'm feeling good. I'm going to like try to taunt this kobold guy and like run to the other side and roll acrobatics to dodge attacks of opportunity.
Okay, roll away.
Whew.
Alrighty, he tries to take a swing at you, but is unable to bear down on you with any sort of accuracy.
I give like a little like mocking fox laugh.
He, he hisses.
So is he still facing towards the door, or did he turn to face Rayne?
He did about a quarter turn to try and catch him as he went past. With that, it is Tao's turn.
Okay. Is this door completely open now?
Yes.
Yeah, I like poofed it open.
Okay. So I guess I can move like here. Then I want to cast Magic Missile
Nice.
on the armored kobold.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
Let me just get.
Nice. So he, you run up, you cast this magic missile, and he looks completely confused by what just happened. But he is still standing.
Ooh,
His tail is a little singed now.
nice.
Alrighty, is there anything else you're gonna do on your turn?
What other actions can I take?
So did you move forward?
Yeah, I moved a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you did move, you did a spell, you can do a swift or a free action. Swift actions mostly are things that say swift action on them, like drawing a weapon, that sort of thing. Free actions are anything that you can do just whenever, like talking,
I think
taunting,
that is.
pointing.
I think that's all. I believe.
Alright. And with that, it is back to the kobold. So this this armored kobold is super not hype that Fern just raised Rayne up from the dead. And he is going to step forward
Oh
and
no.
attack Fern.
Oh no.
No.
And Fern, he is all out of sorts because he's just real not sure what to do with the tree in front of him. And so he kind of like tries to knock off one of your branches, but like it's just a little mossy protrusion from your head, and it definitely doesn't actually hit any.
Gives Fern just a little bit of a haircut.
Right.
And Fern is just gonna go like, oh, thank you.
You don't know what cursing in Draconic sounds like, but you're pretty sure he just. This other kobold is still a little salty that he missed Rayne the first time and is going to try. What's your AC now?
22.
Okay, well, he rolled really well and still
Oh
missed.
boy. Oh.
So,
Thank
so,
goodness.
like this rock comes hurtling what appears to be straight towards you, but then it just kind of it like hits the cloak and just dissipates.
Try again.
He looks super confused. And with that, it's Leah's turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna try to axe this one, I guess.
Alrighty.
Ask him a question.
I am gonna ask him how much longer he's gonna be alive. Dang.
Oof.
A little bit longer, I see.
He looks self-assured. Any move actions or anything?
If I move like this way, will he get an attack of opportunity?
Since it's just a 5-foot step back, no.
Okay, I move there.
Alrighty. Fern.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah.
Fern is gonna take their quarterstaff and just attempt to bop this kobold right over the head.
Mappin'.
Alrighty.
Just like, you're not being very nice. So, here we go.
Hey. That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
First level, that's not bad.
Alright. Fern. You just bap this guy over the head for 7 damage. Finish him.
Bop.
Yeah. Fern is just gonna Fern is just gonna take a whack at him. It's like you shouldn't stab little foxes, and like whack him again. Just like you shouldn't try to attack trees. And whack him again. It's like that's again for the fox, and just like keep on going until like it's just a crumpled heap on the ground, and
Nice.
and then Fern's just gonna look and just like look and pause for a second and just go like, did I do good?
Even Leah's gonna smile and be like, yes, very good.
Rayne does a little like hop dance in like a circle.
Very, very good. Rayne, it's your turn.
All right, time for more bad decisions.
And welcome to the Bad Decision Hour with Rayne Tetsuya.
Gonna run up to this one, the last remaining and go in for that touch attack for inflict minor wounds.
Alright. Roll the touch.
You got the touch.
Nice.
Oh boy.
I'm so good at attack rolls, guys.
So good at touching.
You run up to this kobold and you get real close to him. The closer you get, the more you can see that he is just absolutely used to dodging furry creatures. Like he is terrified of small furry things. And he's just like, hopping up on one leg, just like jumping around.
Does
It's
it
totally
like
dodging you.
does it like hop up on like a little chair and just go eek?
Exactly.
I just look up at him and growl.
Tao, it's your turn.
Rude.
I will walk up behind it, I guess.
Nice.
And I'll do a touch spell.
Oh, we're flanking.
Yeah, you're flanking. So add
Flankler.
+2 to that.
I'll try to do sleep
Okay.
on this kobold here. Versus its will. And my... What is it check? It checks my...
You have to roll a touch attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so just a d20 and then my modifier.
Mm-hmm.
D20 plus strength.
A strength.
You definitely touch him. Like
Oh, yeah,
he is so focused on Rayne and trying to dodge Rayne that he does not even notice you sneaking up behind him, and you just like lay a hand on his shoulder and he like squeaks like he freaked out.
Flops
I'm
to the
glad one of
ground.
us is good at touching people.
Right.
Just do the
Awkward.
Vulcan nerve pinch. Just
he squeaks and then falls to the ground asleep. He rolled a 4 on his. No, he rolled a 3 on his will save because he has -1 to will.
Nice.
Yes. So that totally skips his turn because he's asleep. And we're back to Leah. You have a sleeping kobold.
I'm just gonna. I mean, does that mean we're out of danger?
Basically, for the next 1d4 turns.
I'm just gonna walk up and chop off its head.
All right, deal. I'm not gonna make you roll. You can try a couple times if you need to. All right, so we are out of initiative order. What do you do?
I am going, like, still in fox form, going to run around Leah's legs and then turn back into my normal form, walking up to Fern, and I'm going to hug him.
Aw.
Fern is going to just hold their hand up again for like high five and then
After Rayne.
and then be completely surprised by what hug is.
Aww.
Aww.
Is this another congratulations?
Rayne steps off and then graces him with the slow high five anyways. And goes, that was more of a thank you.
Oh. Yes. Fern has no idea what to do.
I'm gonna search the room again for probably anything of value, and then
Alrighty. The only thing really of value that you find in this room would be the armor on the one kobold, minus the helmet, which is now bent.
for obvious reasons.
Mhm. One tree, the Whomping Willow, as it were. So the armor looks like it might actually come close to fitting you. It wouldn't take too much adjustment. But other than that, not really much of value.
I'll probably pick it up and just put it in my bags.
add 1 slightly dented armor, kobold armor, to your back.
Okay.
You found the red line.
Yikes.
When you accidentally go to reveal Fog of War and start turn order instead. You found a door.
Every time Rayne sees a door, someone enters combat.
It has happened that way every time, has it?
Oh boy.
So this door is pretty nondescript. Much like the other wooden door, it actually has a door.
Oh yeah, Fern is going to go and harvest more kobold pieces.
What was that?
Oh, Fern is going to go back and harvest more kobold pieces because, again, should not let food go to waste.
Very good. You acquire 4 more rations worth of kobold.
All right.
Oh, good.
Delicious.
Rayne calms himself a little bit and decides not to be the first one through the door this time. It has a handle. I'm suspicious.
I do not fear handles.
You should.
It's fine. Just cower behind Fern.
Exactly.
It's what Lia does.
You open the door.
I knew. Oh,
It appears to be approximately closet size, with a slightly sturdier chest here. Would you like to take a look? Anyone?
I'd like to check it for traps.
Alrighty, fair enough. Roll me perception. There is there does appear to be some sort of trap attached to this. There's a very light string coming out of this particular chest up into the wall and then towards the ceiling.
Okay.
I disarm it.
Give me a knowledge dungeoneering check.
Can I potentially use my possessed ability or trait and use my knowledge dungeoneering to sort of like peeking over and seeing if I can see something?
I will say that there is
Yeah.
a trap also. Since I see it, I'll say it looks like there's some kind of trap here.
Alrighty. Very good. With that, you can definitely roll and see if you can figure out what kind of trap it is.
Alright, using my handy dandy possessed.
handy dandy demon possession.
Hey,
Like anybody over here can't see over me anyway.
That's true.
Did that roll go through?
Nope.
Okay, I rolled an 18.
Okay.
Don't know why it's not going through, but
It's so weird. Roll 20s like that sometimes. We'll just refresh it later and so you Fern can tell that this is kind of like those mouse traps where you push one thing and then a string falls and then a cage closes. So with that knowledge, you guys are able to do a disable device check, and I'll allow any of you to help with that, to untrap this.
All right.
I'll do my best.
Not so good with dexterity things.
Okay, all right. Friends with the 11 crew.
Right? Alrighty, with those two rolls, the two of you are able to disable the trap, and the chest is now safely open.
Ooh. Shinies. What's in the chest?
Did you guys open it?
There's
There's Lia in the chest now.
Do-do-do-do.
You found Lia.
You have won a rogue.
The real treasure was the friends we made along the way.
The treasure was in you all along.
How much do the friends we made along the way appraise for?
I don't know, how much is in her pockets?
Not much.
These friends are useless.
A healing potion she half stole.
Technically, I did steal because you paid for it, and then I stole half of what Tao paid for his. So
Yeah, you didn't half steal it, you like 1.5 times stole it.
yeah, I waste stole
You overstole.
Why steal when you can steal more? So, in the chest, you guys find 10 gold and several rubies.
Which Fern has zero interest in.
Rayne is
Nice.
so interested.
You also find a couple of those scarabs that Jori showed. Right about this time, you guys
boy.
hear Jori walking up and going, "Oh, there's sand everywhere. It's all in my armor. Oh, look, you guys, you took care of them. Very good job. I knew you could do it. What have you got there?" He's kind of peeking into the room.
I think Fern is about to just like list off everything if someone wants to just cover their mouth.
Hey, Leah. I won't tell everyone about what a horrible person you are if you let me have one of the extra rubies.
I try to stealthily grab one of the rubies and put it in Rayne's pocket.
Roll sleight of hand. So
Wow.
Fern is pretty big. He is taller than Jori is, and since since Rayne is in on it, you managed to get it into his pocket.
I wink.
I
So-
nod slightly.
So how many rubies were there total?
5.
All right. When after this little interaction happens, when Jori is asking what's there, Rayne's like, "Well, we found about 4 rubies, some gold, and these scarab things again."
Jori just goes, "Oh, scarabs, rubies, I love it. You guys can keep the gold for sure. You can have that. Um, but I'll hang on to those rubies for safekeeping and the scarabs. That's why I was here. So I'll take those also.
Leah is gonna like hold her axe and like tap it on her hand and be like, it seems like it's 1 ruby for everybody who actually did anything in the dungeon.
Roll either diplomacy or intimidate, whichever one you're going.
God. Oh, I
Meanwhile,
guess.
um, meanwhile, Rayne's gonna be like, yeah. Besides, those
Plus
scarabs
1
are
from my axe.
probably. Rayne's like,
boy.
those scarabs are probably. I mean, you know the deep value of the artifacts you can find around here. You're an archaeologist.
Roll a diplomacy check with that, Rayne,
Alright,
to
alright.
assist.
And he's gonna add on. Plus, wouldn't it be easier just to let us have payment now instead of dipping into your personal funds?
Ooh, smart.
Ooh.
Jori looks between Leah, like eyes a little wide, and then to Rayne, and gets kind of a self-assured, like almost smug look on his face, and he goes, "Oh yes, yes indeed. Okay, yes. This is your payment. You can have the rubies. I'm so generous. You can have the rubies that you found."
I reach in and toss 1 to Fern and Tao, and then hand 1 to Rayne, and put the other 1 in my backpack.
Yeah. Fern is gonna catch the one and just like look at it and then give it to Jory like, I don't want it.
Jory just goes, "Look at this guy. I love him. He's great. Thank you. You're amazing. I love you. The scarabs, please."
I will be a little more gentle about that and pick them up and bring them over.
He smiles and goes, "Thank you. Now, let's get out of here."
It's okay, Fern. We'll teach you that you need things at some point.
Yeah, see, as a player, I'm like, I need those rubies, but again, just like Fern doesn't care about money. Fern doesn't understand.
It's such good role playing, though.
All right. So, is there anything that anyone would like to do before we end our session?
Well, is anybody still looking at the chest?
How heavy is this chest?
Rayne is not.
Because
Mhm.
Leah's gonna try to scoop up that 10 gold if nobody else is looking at it.
Ah, of course, that's the.
Leah's like, I want the gold, and Tao's like, I want the chest.
I wanna perceive this.
The chest is approximately 27 pounds.
Can I tell Fern to carry this chest?
Yeah, Fern does have like Fern does have a 15 strength, so a +2 modifier.
Yes. So Fern can absolutely carry this chest.
Yeah, Fern just picks it up and.
Trying to
I'm
notice
gonna-
if Leah.
I'm gonna say 1 sec, I forgot my ruby, and like try to sneak the gold into my pocket.
You make a check. I want to see this. I'm trying to see this.
Fern, like
I'm
Fern.
looking at the chest. I'm
Roll
looking at the
sleight of
dimensions.
hand.
All right.
He just barely doesn't see.
Damn.
Yep. Fern is gonna come up like right behind Lia, and like I'm not even gonna roll just because Fern doesn't care, and is just going to like once Lia is done, just pick up the chest
Pick this up.
and carry it along.
Nice.
You need this. This is important.
I will, however, remind everyone that the list of the contents were said aloud.
They were.
So
Yeah.
If anybody says anything, then
remembers the goal.
I think the only person who might like really care at this point is probably Tao.
So Tao could totally bring it up.
yeah, absolutely.
No, I'm okay.
Alright.
I'm alright. I want the chest though.
You wanted the chest, so I thought it might be a prime opportunity.
All right, before we
Nice.
leave, I'm going to turn into a fox and hop in the chest.
Nice.
Yes, absolutely.
Quick nap.
So Fern is carrying a chest full of Rayne as our intrepid explorers exit the dungeon and begin heading back to town. And that's where we'll end our session.
Yay!
Dungeon.